The fictional shuttlecraft in the Star Trek science fiction series are designed for quick space travel, such as between the surface of a planet and its orbit. They were presented before the space transport, which was otherwise called a van. Before Star Trek and science fiction films like Rocky Jones and Forbidden Planet, Space Ranger assumed that a long-range starship would land on planets. The carrier was utilized to magically transport characters onto and off the boat for most of the series. In Star Trek's initial year, the main series, the need promptly made for shuttlecraft. On a Navy ship, shuttles performed the same function as boats. They conveyed workforce, freight, and observation payloads. They were also used by starbases. They served the emotional function of putting characters in a small boat that could get lost for TV essayists. Anyway, shuttlecraft were at first expensive to collect. They were over the long haul used in each Star Excursion series. The Danube-class runabout in Star Journey. One illustration of a shuttlecraft design that was frequently utilized in a variety of media is The Next Generation. Star Trek. The Next Generation also featured Deep Space Nine. The Next Generation. In light of his experience as a pilot, craftsmanship chief Matt Jeffries at first imagined a smooth-out transport. The twisted shape exhibited excessively exorbitant to try and consider working for the first episodes. 3. AMT proposed to manufacture a standard shuttlecraft at no cost in kind for honors to feature a model unit. The last arrangement of the mock-up by Quality Winfield 4 is 24 feet, 7.2 meters, long and weighs 1 ton, has a squeezed wood structure, and was understood 2 months by a gathering of 12 people. Since the mock-up was excessively little for shooting, a different set was utilized for inside scenes. 5. This crate-like, utilitarian shape turned into the model for transports all through Star Trek. The Galileo 7 was the primary film to include the van, which was given the name Galileo Galilei. Its selection number is NCC 1701/7 and conveys a gathering of 7. Right when Galileo and her gathering vanish in the episode, a second shuttlecraft canceled Columbus descent. Once the shuttlecraft had been spread out, film of them appeared in episodes including The Zoo, The Day of Atonement Machine, Journey to Babel, Change, The Opposition Issue, and The Way to Eden. In the last episode, the ordinary mock-up wore the name Galileo Pia, perceiving that the first shuttlecraft was lost during the Galileo 7. During the Omega Significance, the U.S. Exeter, a starship of a comparative class as the Undertaking, is said to convey 4 shuttlecraft. The regular dramatic prop known as the Galileo shuttlecraft was not dismantled, rather it was owned by a number of different people. The 1966 mock-up was sold at closeout for $70,150 in summer 2012. The Galileo was restored for 9 months by its new owner, Adam Schneider, a collector of Star Trek-related items in Atlantic Highlands, New Jersey. From that point onward, it was given to NASA's Lyndon B. Yet again Johnson Space Center Gallery in Houston 5 on July 31, 2013, the Van Galileo was formally divulged at Space Center Houston 6. In 2014, the prop was utilized in a film creation and was utilized in a scene of the fan-made Star Journey proceeds with episode Most Attractive of All. Star Journey. Liberated from the imperatives of what could be constructed space apparatus of numerous sorts were displayed to the crowd in the Energized series. A larger shuttlecraft with a long nose resembling the Star Wars X-Wing fighter appeared years before their first appearance in The Slaver Weapon. An alternate sort of shuttlecraft was highlighted in the episode Mudd's Energy. An aqua shuttle was included in the ambergris component that could be used to descend into a planet covered in water upon arrival. The ambitious scope of this Filmation animated series was a glimpse of what computer graphics could accomplish in the future. Star Trek. The Next Generation was able to achieve its various transport-like vehicles were portrayed in the film working near Earth. Even though the vehicle is almost always accessible, transports gave characters a sensational way to enter. A Voyager transport conveying head of maritime tasks, James T. Kirk is shown showing up in San Francisco. Kirk travels to the Enterprise from a space station orbiting Earth in a travel pod shaped like a barrel. Spock and Enterprise dock in a shuttle named after the Vulcan philosopher Surak that carries warp-drive missiles on a detachable sled. In matte paintings, the refurbished Enterprise's cargo deck is shown to be carrying shuttles that look like the Surak but don't have a warp-drive sled on them. This suggests that this is a typical shuttle design.